Hello and welcome to the session on Fundamentals of Web Designing. Today let's discuss the emergence of Internet in business culture with special reference to collaborative computing. Internet culture is the study of various social phenomena associated with the Internet. Also known as cyber culture or computer culture, it is a culture that has emerged from the use of computer networks for communication, entertainment and business. The word cyber culture is used in a variety of ways, often referring to certain cultural products and practices born of computer and internet technologies, but also to specific subcultures that champion computer-related hobbies, art and language. In the 1970s, cyberculture was the exclusive domain of a handful of technology experts, including mathematicians, computer scientists, digital enthusiasts, and academics, devoted to exchanging and promoting ideas related to the growing fields of computers and electronics. These early cybercultures sometimes advanced a view of the future guided by the progressive and beneficial hand of technological change. But following the commercialization of the Internet and the World Wide Web in the mid-1990s, cyberculture took on a new life and computer and information technologies took the dynamics of culture and social relations in dramatically new directions. Cyberculture is a culture endemic to online communities, a culture that is directly mediated by the computer. People on the net are not only looking out for information, but they are also social beings. They are also looking for affiliation, affirmation and support. Electronic gatherings flourish on all networks. Physical distance has no influence on the size or shape of gatherings and is no longer a barrier for effective participation. Cyberculture is a wide social and cultural movement closely linked to advanced information science and information technology, their emergence, development and rise to social and cultural prominence between the 1960s and the 1990s. It was influenced at its genesis by those early users of the Internet, frequently including the architects of the original project. These individuals were often guided in their actions by the hacker ethic. While early cyberculture was based on a small cultural sample and its ideals, the modern cyberculture is a much more diverse group of users and the ideals that they espouse. Manifestations of cyberculture include various human interactions mediated by computer networks. They can be activities, pursuits, games, places and metaphors and include a diverse base of applications. There are several qualities of the cybercultures that make them warrant the prefix cyber. Some of these qualities are that cyberculture is a community mediated by information and communication technologies, ICTs, is culture mediated by computer screens, relies heavily on the notion of information and knowledge exchange, is a cognitive and social culture, not a geographic one. Social networking websites such as Facebook, Twitter and MySpace have created new ways to socialize and interact. Users of the sites are able to add a wide variety of information to pages to pursue common interests and to connect with others. It is also possible to find existing acquaintances to allow communication among existing groups of people. While social networking sites were initially for individuals only, today they are widely used by businesses and other organizations to promote their brands, to market to their customers and to encourage posts to go viral. The Internet has been a major outlet for leisure activity since its inception with entertaining social experiments. Today, many Internet forums have sections devoted to games and funny videos. Over 6 million people use blogs or message boards as a means of communication and for the sharing of ideas. The Internet pornography and online gambling industries have taken advantage of the World Wide Web and often provide a significant source of advertising revenue for other websites. Thus, cyberculture can be generally defined as a set of technologies, material and intellectual, practices and attitudes, modes of thought, and values they developed with cyberspace. Now, let's focus on another aspect, business culture and the internet. Business culture is a model or style of business operations within a company. The business culture determines how different levels of staff communicate with one another, as well as how employees deal with clients and customers. The internet has greatly changed the nature of work in connected segments of the world. For instance, work increasingly is performed outside of the traditional workplace, a central office or factory, and more often in homes and other remote locations. Telecommuting allows workers to adjust their schedules to their own convenience and perform work in the comfort of their home offices. Telecommuting may indeed allow greater flexibility and some convenience, but it also signals work's encroachment into the personal lives of workers. By blurring the lines between work time and personal time, critics contend the internet and business cyber culture foster a model of living in which employees are, in a sense, always on call, potentially eroding the quality of personal time. The internet is a powerful tool that can make your business more productive and profitable. When the internet and email are used effectively, they help you streamline business activities, communicate more efficiently with customers, and even generate new customers or clients while helping to reduce business expenses. Using internet resources for your business can reduce or eliminate the need for traditional postal mailing and all of the costs associated with that contact method. The internet makes it easy to stay in contact with your customers via email and online networking tools such as discussion boards, chat rooms, and social networking sites like Facebook. Using internet communication tools effectively, you can keep up a continuous dialogue with customers and prospects. The Small Business Association (SBA) explains that even small mom-and-pop shops can generate additional business with a no-frills website and by posting in news groups. You can send special offers and announcements to existing customers via email, send links to your online catalog when a new product is released, or post virtual coupons via a social networking site. Internet services help with finance management, inventory control, and human resources, allowing you to lower costs while also reducing the time and labor force needed to run the business. Providing online product documentation and frequently asked questions, for example, enables your customers to get support 24 hours a day without engaging a customer service representative. When an employee's help is needed, internet tools can help route the service request to the appropriate department and log the progress of resolved or unresolved issues for future reference. Setting up business on internet is a lucrative way to attract customers, expand the market, and increase sales. Even local coffee shops and dry cleaning operations can create inexpensive online advertisements to target local audiences. These advertisements can announce special events your company is sponsoring, contests, and special sales or discounts. In some online advertisement areas, you can even promote goodwill with potential customers by having a happy birthday advertisement displayed to them on their birthday. We can also explore the area of e-commerce and business. Electronic commerce, commonly known as e-commerce, is the trading or facilitation of trading in products or services using computer networks such as the internet. Electronic commerce draws on technologies such as mobile commerce, electronic funds transfer, internet marketing, online transaction processing, and automated data collection systems. E-commerce is business transactions through electronic means including the internet, telephones, televisions, and computers. As the number of internet users grows, many believe e-commerce will soon be the main way to complete business transactions. There are purchasers and business alike that are affected by e-commerce. Information sharing. The sharing of information on the internet is the foremost process in e-commerce activities. It makes the customer aware of all the product and services offered by the online vendor. This particular activity is carried out by means of advertising, marketing on the internet, and through customer information gathering process. Apart from this, there are various network communities available on the internet for the distribution of information. World Wide Web provides one of the effective mediums for communication with the customers. Websites are designed to include product catalogs. One can obtain the data for the products that are requested. At the same time, it also allows web visitors to provide information about them. Apart from this, timely notification, product upgradation and new features are sent through email. Now, let's examine the various advantages for customers with e-commerce. First and foremost of all is convenience. Every product is at the tip of your fingers on the internet, literally. Type in the product you're looking for into your favorite search engine and every option will appear in a well-organized list in a matter of seconds. Also, it is evidently time-saving. With e-commerce, there is no driving in circles while looking and digging in hopes of finding what you need. Stores online offer the full line as well as use warehouses instead of storefronts. Products are easy to locate and can be delivered to your door in just days. Options, options and options. Without driving from store to store, the customers can easily compare and contrast products. See who offers the best pricing and have more options to choose from. While a physical store has limited space, the same store on the internet will have full stock. Easy to compare. Side-by-side comparisons are readily available and easy to do. When products are placed online, they come with all the specifics and they want you to compare them with others, know they have the best options and come back for more. It is also easy to find reviews. Because the competition is high, companies online want you to look at other consumer reviews. Good and bad reviews are on every site. Not only can you see if the product is liked, you can also see the reasons behind the thumbs up or down. There is also the added benefit of coupons and deals. With every online business wanting you, more and more coupons and deals can't be avoided, which are totally great for customers. With major sites that act as department store, you may find items up to 80% off. Take advantage of the competition and find the best price available. E-business provides a foundation for launching new businesses, extending the reach of the existing companies, and building and retaining customer relationships. A web presence builds awareness of the company's products and brands, provides the means for one-on-one communication with customers, and permits customers to place orders from anywhere in the world at any time of the day. But it is also important to analyze the various disadvantages of businesses with e-commerce. Security issues. While businesses make great efforts to keep themselves and the consumer safe, there are people out there that will break every firewall possible to get the information they want. We have all seen recently how the biggest and most renowned business can be hacked online. Credit card issues. Many credit card businesses will take the side of the consumer when there is dispute about billing. They want to keep their clients too. This can lead to a loss for e-commerce business when goods have already been delivered and the payment is refunded back to the consumer. There is also the extra expense and expertise for e-commerce infrastructure. To be sure an online business is running correctly, money will have to be invested. As an owner, you need to know transactions are being handled properly and products are represented in the most truthful way. To make sure you get what you need, you will have to hire a professional to tie up any loose ends. Needs for expanded reverse logistics. The infrastructure of an online business must be on point. This will be another cost to the business because money will need to be invested to ensure proper handling of all aspects of buying and selling, especially with disgruntled customers that want more than a refund. The sufficient internet service. Although it seems that everyone is now on the internet all the time, there are still areas in which network bandwidth can cause issues. Before setting up an e-commerce business, be sure your area can handle the telecommunication bandwidth you will need to run effectively. Constant upkeep. When a business has started as e-commerce, they must be ready to make changes to stay compatible. While technology grows, the systems that support your business must be kept up to date or replaced if needed. There may be additional overhead in order to keep databases and applications running. Now, let's talk about business websites. Virtually all businesses today have websites. They may offer general information, electronic shopping and promotions such as games, contests and online coupons. In addition to using the web to communicate product information and build relationships with customers, many companies use their websites for a variety of purposes, including disseminating financial information to investors, enabling prospective employees to apply online for jobs and providing email communication for customers. Another important aspect is internet fraud, barrier to e-business. One growing type of internet fraud called phishing is a high-tech scam that uses email or pop-up messages claiming to be from familiar businesses or organizations such as banks, internet service providers or government agencies. The message usually asks the readers to update or validate account information, often stating that some dire consequence will occur if the reader does not respond. The purpose of phishing is to get unsuspecting victims to disclose personal information such as credit card numbers, bank account numbers, social security numbers or computer passwords. Phishing is also a common method of distributing viruses and malicious spyware programs to computer users. Collaborative computing and the internet. Collaborative computing is a fertile mix of technologies and techniques which facilitate people working together via computer-assisted means. It is a term that describes a variety of activities where people interact with one another using desktops, laptops, palm tops and sophisticated digital cellular phones. As computers are best at handling data and representing information, person-to-person communication is enriched by an ability to share, modify or collaboratively create data and information. Collaborative computing is the future of the internet. The internet will evolve from its current role as a channel for information dissemination to a person-to-person communication medium. It allows users to work together on documents and projects, usually in real time, by taking advantage of underlying network communication systems. Whole new categories of software have been developed for collaborative computing, and many existing applications now include features that let people work together over networks. Here are some examples. Video conferencing applications that allow users to collaborate over local networks, private WANs, wide area networks, or over the internet. Internet collaboration tools that provide virtual meetings, group discussions, chat rooms, whiteboards, document exchange, workflow routing, and many other features. Multicasting is an enabling technology for groupware and collaborative work on the internet that reduces bandwidth requirements. Then there is instant messaging, like electronic mail that happens in real time. When you log onto a company server or an internet site that tracks your presence, other people whom you designate are notified that you are online and available for instant messaging. They can send you a message that appears immediately on your screen. You can send an immediate reply. Instant message has huge potential in many applications. Companies can use it to form ad hoc meetings or organize meetings. It is even being used as a signaling protocol to indicate when a person changes their physical location so that internet phone calls can be redirected to that location. It's very important to explore the wide variety of internet applications. The internet has grown from a small project to today's biggest network of computers. Due to this colossal growth, the internet has become the biggest domain of information. Nowadays, an internet user has access to a wide variety of services. Some of the important services provided by the internet are briefed in the following sections. The first is the Internet Relay Chat, IRC. IRC or Internet Relay Chat is a service on the internet that allows people to communicate in real time and carry on conversations via the computer with one or more people. It provides the user with the facility to engage in simultaneous online conversations with other users from anywhere in the world. Unlike other forms of group communication on the internet, chat is instant communication. However, both parties must be connected to the internet, and that too at the same time, running the software and actively participating in order to chat. Next is the video conferencing. It uses the same technology as IRC but also provides sound and video pictures. It enables direct face-to-face communication across networks. A video conferencing system has two or more parties in different locations which have the ability to communicate using a combination of video, audio and data. A video conferencing can be person to person or can involve more than two people, and the video conferencing terminals are often referred to as endpoints. In this form of meeting, participants in remote locations can view each other and carry on discussions via web cameras, microphones and other communication tools. Then there is chatting and instant messaging. Chat programs allow users on the internet to communicate with each other by typing in real time. A variation of chat is instant messaging, where a user on the web can contact another user currently logged in and start a conversation. To avail this internet service, the user must have software called Instant Messenger installed on the system. Also, we have internet telephony. It is the use of the internet rather than traditional telephone company infrastructure to exchange spoken or other telephonic information. It consists of hardware and software that enable people to use the internet as a transmission medium for telephone calls. Moving on, another commonly used term is internet congestion. What does congestion mean? Congestion in the context of networks refers to a network state where a node or link carries so much data that it may deteriorate network service quality, resulting in queuing delay, frame or data packet loss, and the blocking of new connections. In a congested network, response time slows with reduced network throughput. Congestion also occurs when bandwidth is insufficient and network data traffic exceeds capacity. Data packet loss from congestion is partially countered by aggressive network protocol retransmission, which maintains a network congestion state after reducing the initial data load. This can create two stable states under the same data traffic load, one dealing with initial load and the other maintaining reduced network throughput. Internet congestion is nothing but a traffic jam. This happens when a network is carrying more data than it can handle. In modern networks, avoiding congestive collapse involves the application of network congestion avoidance techniques along with congestion control, such as exponential backoff protocols that use algorithm feedback to decrease data packet throughput to acceptable rates, priority techniques to allow only critical data stream transmission, allocation of appropriate network resources in anticipation of required increases in data packet throughput. Congestion has been described as a fundamental effect of limited network resources, especially router processing time and link throughput. Traffic directing processes performed by routers on the internet and other networks use a microprocessor. Cumulative router processing time greatly impacts network congestion. In fact, intermediate routers may actually discard data packets when they exceed their handling capability. When this occurs, additional data packets may be sent to make up for packets not received, which exacerbates the problem. Network congestion often leads to congestion collapse. Avoiding network congestion and collapse requires two major components. Number one is routers capable of reordering or dropping data packets when received rates reach critical levels. And number two is flow control mechanisms that respond appropriately when data flow rates reach critical levels. To prevent congestion, it is recommended that only 5 or less devices should be connected to your modem at one time. Now let us summarize what we have discussed so far. This session detailed about how cyber culture has changed our society and also discussed the role played by Internet in business communication. Internet has become an inevitable part of our society. The Internet has created a new economic system, the e-commerce marketplace. E-business involves business processes spanning the entire value chain, electronic purchasing and supply chain management, processing orders electronically, handling customer service and cooperating with business partners. This session has also discussed how collaborative computing is going to take the future of Internet to a higher level. I can suggest you some assignments on the same. Write short notes on e-commerce, Internet congestion, what is Internet congestion and how can you solve it? What is the role of Internet in business? Describe in detail about collaborative computing. These are some of the websites as well as books that can be referred. Internet is a media, written by Gangopadhyay Sudeepa, published by Kalpas Publications in 2014. Web Applications, Concepts and Real-World Design, written by Knuckles Craig and Ewan Dewitt and published by Wiley India Students Edition in 2009. The Internet, The Basics, written by Whitaker Jason and published by Routledge in 2003. Cyber Society 2.0, Revisiting Computer Mediated Communication and Community, written by John Stephen and published by Sage Publications in 1998. Internet Society, The Internet in Everyday Life, written by Bagardijeva Maria and published by Sage Publications in 2005. Contemporary Business, written by Boone and Kurtz and published by Southwestern Cengage Learning in 2009. I thank all of you for joining with me on this session. Thank you.